A freshly cracked stream of the second moment for the capsule today, fresh out of the shower, and enough to get through. What time that night in quotation marks segment's upcoming physical moves my squad wanted to be supposed that there's actually hope for. Next, Wikitype Encyclopedia lists written text on the topic of women in positions of power, which remains a highly political topic of discussion. Conversely, Heavy T Storm Desktop raised a debate of further and more flammable concern, the matter of hand and point in question, delving into women in positions of shower. Evict the uncomfortable on this present subject and instead contemplate and suspect how many positions can be assumed, assuming decent condition. The male can only assume 3 positions, which include stand, sit, and lay. A magic cube can do lots, but the female can assume more and might compete. The other nice thing, if we do just thinking like using good way guarantee on such a thing afterlife couldn't remember. So this is a legitimate surprise really well versus personally a lot. Another suit looping ahead since then, able to find a fin. Either something spawn a leg day and leg, go up severely, that's a thing. Cranberry bookmark adding exactly blue moon approach overall in this now place modes. Putting server dreams, bringing in byte slot restriction, that in necessary go with behind resident passion. That the guy who made season already closer literally any tactical substitution in his honor. We didn't really answer the debate sparked earlier, did we? Whilst it might not be most likely reasonable to expect giving a comprehensive answer to such a complex philosophy, we can at the bare minimum attempt to alleviate the burden of this concern, with firmly standing year-over-year rise in population, and in that manner contribute in part to general universal studies included in the Library of Alexandria, which is looked upon more fondly over time. Slick back and ponder with us in the shower. The shower, a place where one can wash away worries, and ponder the existential question of the puzzled day. How many positions can a woman have in the shower? We could adopt the view of Plato's cave, where the shower represents the world of shadows. Thus, in the realm of philosophical and satiric musings, one liberated soul could propose that a woman in a shower has an infinite number of positions, though this presents a challenge to prove. Approaching this from the other direction may be proof by contradiction, but this gets out of context and results in allegations and others, which is the reason why literature will use the empty appendix and promote the proof as an exercise to the reader. Usually unresolved, though ever so rarely will you see it stated that the proof is by magic. Lucky for you, mathematics are unreliable when researching general female permutations, so magic propose the unlimited finite. For, just as the water cascades down upon, it assumes the form of a liquid chameleon, adapting to the ever-changing contours of her mind. Let's try understanding basic. In the shower, one is typically alone or with others who share the same water pressure. In the first case, the woman is free to explore her own creative shower positions. In the latter, she must take into account the preferences of her shower mates. So there is no basic, and we already have 2 multiverses. The age-old question of how many positions a woman can have in the shower has so piqued the curiosity of philosophers and characters alike. To tackle this issue, we must consider the position definition in the shower context. Is it the arrangement of bodies, modes of torture, or perhaps the psychological state of the individuals involved? Well, let's dive in. Easy, it's all of them, they all include a position. Now, let's break down the shower into its constituent parts. The tub, the shower head, the liquid and steam water, the towel, the ducky, yow tube itself, and the ever so slightly soap with further similar products. They seem to be unintelligible and difficult to distinguish from soap, so monum soap. The shower head can be used as a fountain of inspiration, showering the woman with innovative positions. The water, a symbol of life and change, can encourage her to adapt and experiment. And the soap, a humble cleanser, can serve. The shower itself presents some constraints. It's a fun hobby with lots of content, but we are at business with stress. So we still approach this question from a constructivist standpoint, suggesting that the number of positions one can have in the shower is only limited creativity. Indeed, if we were to list every possible permutation of body parts and movements, the number would quickly become astronomical, so the assumed magic cube is blown out of the park. Sincerely, I must take a more light-hearted approach. In the spirit, I propose that the number of positions a woman can have in the shower is directly proportional to the number of rubber ducky friends she has. If she's alone in the shower, she's limited to 1 position. The classic mayonnaise position, puzzled as to why life continues to persist. But if she invites a few rubber ducky friends too. Wait. This theory is inconclusive in the fact that infinity is the limiting result, especially if you up the frame rate. So I take the higher practical value approach and tackle the problem head-on, experimentally. I install dry ice hyperlapse quantum computation devices and speed through minute creativity. This minute long off, standing and sitting and laying and else, each one unique and yet undeniably part of the same whole. Though this was because of the spectator, the general result is that while positions are not limited, these positions are similar to the English language, in the sense that there can be infinite words. If you keep inventing new ones, while the female typically only uses a small group of words, even if her speech is rapid. Words and positions assume both repeat. These positions can range from the simple and practical to a canvas for her creativity and torture as well. Though in this watery playground, the woman can adopt as many positions as there are droplets of water. I take to conclude and rest the suitcase that the median quantity of positions is around 847 for infinite times, and maybe 43, when conducting a 20-minute shower. Which, don't get me wrong, that's quite a few positions. On the other hand, we can imagine a shower position Olympics, where women from around the globe compete in various shower challenges, showcasing their unique talents and skill sets. The championship title would be awarded to the individual proving their dominance in the shower realm, and thus beforehand training should familiarize women everywhere to improve in this area, and so bring you better bang for your buck. So while we some numerical data to work with, these are considered base numbers that can be significantly improved. If I were a woman, I could just tell you the answer. Is this a simple question and answer problem? Impossible, and also, my name Jeff. I do however possess a meticulously curated definitive list of highest graded positions from my testing grounds, with a participant average of 102 positions, which is the smallest even number. That has a sum of digits divisible by 7. I ponder if that's the way forward.